Peace and blessings, y'all. I'm here with a tarot card message for the collective. Um, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading is exactly when you need it. That's when it's for you. Okay. The first card that popped out is the Emperor. Um, Second card that popped out is the Page of Pentacles. And then we have, the Tower. Oh, snap. Okay. I've been getting a lot of tower cards lately. Not the actual tower, but cards that have tower energy, like the Three of Pentacles, which is, well, I'm not going to get into all of that. We have Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Um, so this has to do with it. So I also put scriptures with my tarot cards. So for me, I'm also looking at Bible verses. Okay. So there's going to be some Bible verses mixed in with this reading. For the Eight of Cups, traditionally that's the picture of somebody walking away. The Bible verse for that card says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. And always acknowledge him and he shall direct thy paths." So this kind of has to do with us as a collective moving away from certain emotional circumstances, and we may not necessarily understand why. So this could be like certain feelings that you felt you just don't feel anymore. You don't even know why you don't feel them anymore. Or this could be certain emotions that you felt that you're just determined not to feel anymore. It could even be like loving a particular person or loving a certain thing, and it's like you wake up one day and you just don't care anymore. You don't even know why. Um, because like I said, this says lean not into thine own understanding. So this is not something that's very logical. It's just there's just a sudden shift, like suddenly you're going in a different direction than the direction you were going in, and you don't even know why. It's like you're just being called. It's like somebody called your name and you heard it and you moved, but it's like they called your name inside of your heart or inside of your mind. So it's not something that anybody looking at you would necessarily understand. So you could be surrounded by people who are like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you different? Why are you changing? What's up?" And you don't even have the words to explain to them why. You're just doing something different. So that's the energetic circumstance of this reading. Starting with the Emperor, the Bible verse that I have for the Emperor says, "Let love be genuine, abhor what is evil, hold fast to what is good." So you know how the Emperor is like looking to one side of him, he's giving one side of him the side eye, but then and he's holding up the Ankh almost as if to ward off whatever that is, whether it's masculine or feminine, because the Ankh is about the divine masculinity and femininity coming together. He's like, whatever the hell that is, um, male or female, I'm not dealing with it. But then he's holding on to something in his hand, which to me looks like a little grenade. But whatever it is, to me, it represents power. So I feel like there is power in saying no to certain things, and there is power in holding on to certain blessings, even if so it could be too that whatever it is that you're walking away from, whatever it is that you're suddenly saying no to or setting boundaries against, because the Emperor is about setting boundaries. What I'm trying to say is you could be saying no to something very big, and you could be saying yes to something very small. So once again, this could have to do with people like not understanding what the hell, because it's like you're trading this for that, or you're letting this go for this small thing, or it could even be a promise. It could be like something that God just put in your heart to where you just know that if you make this big sacrifice, that something large is going to happen in your life. And whatever the large thing is that's gonna happen in your life right now, it could just be a tiny seed, but you know that this tiny seed will yield an abundant fruit. Coming in with the Page of Pentacles, the Bible verse we have for that says, "Therefore, since we receive a kingdom which cannot be shaken, let us show gratitude by which we may offer to God an acceptable sacrifice with reverence and awe." So I feel like whatever you have to understand, that when God is calling you to do something, whatever it is that you are receiving, it is going to require a sacrifice. So I feel like there is going to be, whenever you watch this reading, you may feel like you're sacrificing something, but for some reason it doesn't feel like a sacrifice to you. For some reason it feels like exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So maybe this is just meant to be a word of encouragement, like, no, you're not crazy. Even if other people think that you're crazy, even if other people don't understand, The fact that you understand and the fact that you know what you're doing and the fact that you feel like it's the right thing, that's all you need. If God told you something and you believed it and you're acting on it, you're moving forward on it, that is a faith walk. You might just be like officially in the middle of a faith walk. And then the last card that we have is the Tower. It says, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So it's like if you are moving on faith right now, you are giving up something that seemed like it used to mean a whole lot to you, but now you're just leaving it behind. Other people think you crazy. And it seems like whatever you're getting in exchange is very small, even if it's just a promise in your heart that you just feel like the Most High has promised you that if you do this one thing for God or make this sacrifice, that you will receive an abundant blessing. And maybe you don't have any proof of that blessing yet. You're kind of in the in-between space. It can feel like a tower moment. It can feel like a fall from grace, or like you're leaving one high circumstance for a low circumstance, or like you're being uprooted and you feel uncertain. But I just want to reassure you that that's when God shows up and shows out. Like this Bible verse says, my power is made perfect in weakness. God loves it when we are able to submit and when we're able to cry out and say, you know what, Lord, I don't understand this, because that's when God provides illumination. Or say, Lord, I don't know if I can do this, because that's when God does it for you or through you. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we are proud and we feel like we're doing things on our own, that's when God kind of leaves us to our own devices, and we run into troubles, difficulties, heartaches, heartbreaks. Because we cannot do it alone. So God loves it when we are willingly allowed ourselves to be put in situations where it looks like the only person or the only energy that can help us is God. And then that's when God steps in and shows us that we were right and blesses us way beyond what we ever thought we would be blessed by. So I feel like you have a mighty, we'll pull one more card, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords. I feel like you have a mighty blessing coming. But you just have to, I feel like whatever blessing that is coming to you, it's going to come on the other side of you separating yourself. There's something that you have to separate yourself from. We have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So there is some sort of truth that you've received. And it's kind of like, you know how it is, like once you know the truth of a situation, once you know what you have to do, if you don't do that, you feel like you're living a lie. And it may not be obvious to other people. Other people may not understand like what's wrong. They may not see anything wrong in what you were doing, but you have to understand this is not about man's heart. This is about God's heart, and this is about God's plan for you. We don't always understand what God's plan is for us. We don't always understand why God asks us to sacrifice certain people, places, or circumstances and move forward in a totally different direction. But nonetheless, I do see that that's what's happening here in this reading. You are being called to move differently than you have been moving. You are being called to move away from certain people, places, things, habits, thought forms, whatever it is, because there's something waiting for you on the other side. But whatever it is it's waiting for you, it's going to require your obedience first. And then we have the Chariot, and the Bible verse for that, it says, for God's temple is holy and you are that temple. And the Chariot is a very mysterious card, and it's about moving or not moving. It's about moving forward or being blocked, but either way, because the Chariot is driven by sphinxes. These are things, sphinxes are mysteries. They're riddles. It's something that you're not going to understand until you're actually in the situation, and then you're like, oh, okay. So there's something that you're being called forward into that you're not going to get until you actually get into the experience, and then you're going to have this aha moment of like, oh, this is why. Okay. The Two of Cups came out. The Chariot energy is also present in the Two of Cups because the Chariot is Cancer. The Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. This could be like with this could have something to do with a love relationship. You may be your life may be being uprooted, or your situation may be being uprooted, or you may be being called to different habits, or this could be a job, this could be friendships, whatever it is that you're being called to leave behind. It's because there is a person, a relationship that is waiting for you, but I feel like you're being prepared for that. Yeah, we have the Magician that just came out. You're being prepared for a certain situation, but it's like you're being purified first. So if you're wondering if you're looking for love, or if you're looking for a friendship, or a certain business relationship, whatever it is, and you're wondering why hasn't this thing happened yet, or why haven't I met this person yet, it's because first you have to leave behind something that you're dealing with, or someone that you're dealing with, or something has to be left behind first. There has to be a sacrifice. Once you make that sacrifice, um, and it could even be too, like, you may there may be certain people around you that you feel like have done you wrong, and you don't feel comfortable walking away from those people until you make sure that they, because we have the four swords that came out, which has to do with like old grudges. You want to put those to rest. You just want to forgive whoever it is that you have to forgive in your heart, because you're not going to be able to see, you're not going to be able to stand around and see those people get what's coming to them, because by you putting yourself in a position to have to stick around those people and see what's coming to them, number one, you're going to experience what's coming to them as well, and number two, you're not going to get what's for you. God has something for you, so you got to walk away. Whatever it is, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. Okay. That's all I have for you guys today. And if you need a personal reading from me, that information will be in the description box below. And you have a blessed day. Peace.